So I've made it to Milan. I have only 2 days here, but it's only about 1:45, almost 2 o'clock now. So I'll have time to spend going out today and actually seeing stuff before the sun goes down in a couple hours. It's cloudy, of course, as usual for this time in Europe, but so far everything looks pretty good. I'm excited. Behind me is actually the ancient palace of the Roman emperors in the 3rd or 4th century, something like that. It's really incredible. So when I think about Rome, I think like big marble columns and the Colosseum and stuff like that. But here, all I see is a bunch of bricks, stones, and concrete. It's been a long time, of course, and I'm sure it's degraded a lot, but from what I see, this is what the late Romans had was not nearly as impressive as what they used to have. The materials they built with just got worse and worse until they didn't build anything. There was no Roman Empire anymore. I'm glad I came to see it, but it's interesting. So this is my second full day in Milan. Yesterday I arrived pretty early in the day. I had some time to take a walk, look around, see some Roman ruins. And the more I look through Europe and see different things, the more I realize that it's not so different from the United States. I thought like every wall would have an immense age and stuff like this, like there'd be Roman walls everywhere. But in general, you know, things that are 1,000 years old aren't used anymore, except a few cases of like the grand monuments. Everything else, at the very least, it's been redone so much that it looks new. And if it looks new, it is new, essentially. It doesn't matter if the timber beam behind the wall is 800 years old, if you're looking at a wall that is 150 years old. I guess that's the concept of depreciation. Over time, things get worse and you got to replace or repair them. And over a long enough period of time, the replacements and repairs essentially make the old thing almost invisible. For now, I'm going to grab lunch. And then I'm going to take a walk to the medieval castle in the center of town and take a look at that. So I got to see the cathedral, as you just saw, and not too much else. I got to see a museum and then the archaeology exhibit, but I didn't get to see a lot of the other stuff I wanted to see because it's Monday. And in Italy, I'm realizing that things are closed on Monday. They don't have anything open. All the museums, at least. That's like their day off, which sort of makes sense because everybody's going to be wanting to do that stuff on the weekend, so they can't close on the weekend, but they got to give people time off. So Monday is the day, and I'm just lucky enough that it's today when I get to Milan. Fortunately, I'm not super dead set on seeing too much in Milan. It reminds me a lot of Paris. Sort of similar city layout, similar shops, even similar people, it looks like. I feel like Milan and Paris probably have a lot more in common than either of them have to do with the rest of their country, besides language, of course. I enjoy it. It's nice. A lot of walking. So, that's my time in Milan. This one went really quick. Only 2 days. Basically in the city, out of the city. But it's good, I enjoyed it. Now, I'm gonna hop on the train and I'm going to head to Florence. I didn't get that much video for this city, so I'm probably gonna combine them into one. We'll see. I have to look through it and see if it's enough or too little or what. But whatever the situation, it's a quick 2-hour trip, and then I'm going to spend a couple days in Florence, and then I'm off to Rome, which I'm very excited for. My gut feeling is that I'm going to enjoy Rome most of all, compared to the other Italian cities I've visited, just because, you know, that's the capital and that's where the actual ruins of Rome are. Everything else I've seen has been somewhat lackluster. Like earlier you saw the Imperial Temple, and that was just a bunch of bricks. Looked like they didn't even use marble to build it, which I guess says more about the Roman Empire at that time than anything else. They can't afford the marble, especially because we're in northern Italy where the marble comes from. Even more interesting. Well, either way, for now I'm just going to catch my train, and I'll see you in the next one.